Good morning, everybody. This is Ben back again with you all out there, and now it's time for another collection video. And I figured since today is well, first of all, I want to kind of get this out. Well, for this video, I could probably say it anyway, but for today's video, I'm going to now show you guys my Lucasfilm movies because of course I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One is well, because as we know, this month marks 20 years since not today, but later in the month it will mark 20 years since Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith was released. And also I'm doing this now because I could do it on the 19th, which was actually the day it originally came out, but I'm doing this now because on the 4th, because as we know, today is Star Wars Day. So happy Star Wars Day to all of you Star Wars fans out there if you're watching. So anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this. Of course, I have the Star Wars stuff, and then I have the Indiana Jones stuff, because like I said, these are all made by Lucasfilm. So we're going to start with the Star Wars stuff first. Here's the original Star Wars trilogy box set. Contains all 3 movies here of the original trilogy, from A New Hope to Return of the Jedi. Here we go, and then here's the inside of the actual, it's like a gold or brass packaging. Here's Star Wars, aka Star Wars Episode 4 New Hope, the very first one ever released. And here's the label, and that's all there is to say about that one. Empire Strikes Back. All these tapes do not have critic reviews. And all these tapes do not have print dates. And we have Return of the Jedi. The original Star Wars is from 1977, Empire Strikes Back is from 1980, and then this one's from 1983. Alright, so that is all for the original trilogy of Star Wars films on video cassette. And all these tapes are from 1997. Obviously, there were VHS tapes prior to that, but I don't have them. Now we're going to the DVD versions of the original Star Wars films. Disc 1 just has the commentary by George Lucas, Ben Burr, Dennis Muren, and Carrie Fisher. DVD-ROM web link to exclusive Star Wars content, and then the second disc, it just has the Lego Star Wars 2 video game, Xbox demo, and trailer. And then I think all these are all the same. The features are all the same for the other 2 films, except for just they're the different films, like I said. And then disc 1 also, disc 1 has the 1997 version. Then the second disc, it has the original 1977 version that was released 20 years prior to the 1997 re-release. Here's the Empire Strikes Back. Same features, except it's for the Empire Strikes Back. Disc 1 has the 1997 version, and Disc 2 has the original 1980 version. Then here is Return of the Jedi, the last one of the original trilogy. Same features, except it's for Return of the Jedi, and Disc 1 has the original 1997 version. Disc 2 has the original 1983 version. I lost the insert, the guide that came with this. Or I think I still have it, but it might be in the basement, but when I remember. So that's all for the original trilogy of Star Wars films. Now we're going to go on to the prequel films. Here's The Phantom Menace from 1999. This has a lot of features here, but I'm not really going to bother reading them just because, it's a lot, so. But that's okay. I lost the thing that holds the DVD in place, like inside, so I just have it like this. But here's disc 1. both of which contain the movie. Disc 1 has Darth Maul's face, and then the second disc has Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan Kenobi in the iconic duel scene at the climax of the film. Here's Attack of the Clones from 2002. And again, I lost the thing that came with the thing, but that's okay. Both of which contain the movie. Disc 1 has Jango Fett and the clones in the background, and then the second disc has Obi-Wan Kenobi and Mace Windu, and then the Jedi Troop or something in the background. And we have Revenge of the Sith from 2005. This is the one that turned 20. This is the one that's turning 20 this month. And also on top of that, this film, it got re-released for its 20th anniversary theatrically back last month, I think. So that's pretty cool. Disc 1, both of which contain the movie. Disc 1 has Darth Vader. The second disc has Yoda. Okay, so that's all for my Star Wars stuff. Now we go on to the Indiana Jones stuff. We have Raiders of the Lost Ark from 1981. The most incredible series of action and stunt pieces, set pieces I've ever seen in a movie by Roger Ebert's movie Home Companion. There is no sticker label, but it does have the end label. It's the way it came when I bought it. The Temple of Doom. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, that is. So that's a look at that one. And there was no critic review on there. So just in case you guys were probably may know. Anyways, next up is The Last Crusade, or Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Jack Garner of Gannett News Service calls this the greatest adventure film in history. The greatest adventure in film history. Sorry if I might have missaid my words, but there you go for that one. And finally, we have Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull from 2008. There is a critic review, but I can't read it because of the Blockbuster sticker and then the preview $9.99 sticker. Richard Corliss of Time calls this a non-stop thrill ride and sensational, awe-inspiring spectacles by Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times. And for features here, it says The Return of the Legend and the pre-production featurette, both of them. You got the disc with the movie there. Alright, and that is it for my Lucasfilm Collection 2025 edition, and I will see you again sometime later this week, because today is Sunday, so I do have another video planned later this week, hopefully, which I probably will anyway, so anyways, there you go for today's video, and happy Star Wars Day to all of you Star Wars fans out there if you're watching, so there you go for today, and I'll see you again later in the week.